Guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm back again with another tip video. So in my last video about how to save money as a young adult living alone, you guys seem to like it a lot and it got a lot of views, so I decided to make another video. But this one is going to be the ultimate guide on finding cheap apartments, because I'm all about cheap and saving money. So I'm going to give you the guide I used to find my own apartment, and hopefully it works for you too. So keep watching. So I have a whole list here on like 13 things I did that helped me find cheap apartments. So if you see me looking down continuously, that's because I'm looking at my book and then looking back at you guys. So the first thing on my list is search online for cheap apartments. This is very easy. Just Google cheap apartments. When actually I did that, I found these two websites, apartmentlist.com and apartments.com. On this website, it's very easy to like filter your search and actually find cheap apartments, because it makes it so much easier. You could put your price range, you could put the amenities you're looking for, which I'm going to discuss further in this video. But those two websites, apartmentlist.com and apartment.com, those are my best friend when I was looking for apartments. Number two tip is ask your friends, ask family members, ask people who already live in apartments or who have lived in apartments before. When I was searching for apartments, I just told people, oh, I found this apartment, and they'll be like, how much is it? Then I tell them, oh, it was just $1,000, and then they'll be like, no, that's expensive, that's how much I pay for my mortgage every month. And then I was like, oh, so that gave me like a price range within my head, talking to other people who had apartments. Then I also asked them, what should I expect living in an apartment and everything. So this helped me to narrow down my search and also helped me to know what to look for, and so I don't get ripped off by paying for something that's too expensive. This helped me like balance my price range. Speaking of price range, number three is have a budget. After talking to friends and family about like different price ranges they pay, I decided, okay, this is what I can afford, and yes, I can find an apartment for this price. So my price range was between 500 to, I wasn't going to pay more than 900. Actually, I wasn't going to pay more than 800, because why would I pay more than 800? As at the time I was looking for my apartment, I was actually earning just $600. No, actually I was earning $700 a month from my day job, and then my side hustles were paying me like small bits here and there. But then my main hustle was my main job, not my main hustle. My main job was paying me just 700. So I had to look for an apartment that was way cheaper than that, but then I couldn't actually find. So my budget was between 500 to $900, or 850, 800, 500 to $800. So I had a budget, and this helped me narrow down. Like when I see apartments that's like 900, I'm definitely not looking that way, because waste my time looking at. No, I can't afford. So having the budget is maybe going to put me on the right track to finding the nice apartment I have now. Number four is look for an apartment that's a reasonable distance from where you commute to often. So for example, if you own a car, you're going to consider, okay, I'm going to buy gas. If your apartment is 1 hour away from where you work, then that doesn't make no sense at all, because it's going to stress you out, and then you're going to have to pay more for gas, which means you're paying less rent, but then you're actually paying more. And if you don't have a car, you're going to Uber, you need to consider this. Where do I go to often? You need to find an apartment that's in the middle point of where you go to often. So for me, because I was working on campus at that point in time, so I was going to school and campus on the same I was going to school and work in the same place, and then the other place I go to was my church, my Kingdom Hall. So I was looking for an apartment that's in the middle of these two, because they were like both an hour away. So I was looking for an apartment that's like 30 minutes to school and work, 30 minutes to the Kingdom Hall. So it might be different for you. It could be school and maybe something else, or work and something else. But then make sure you find an apartment that's in the middle, so you don't have to pay too much for commuting or transportation when you do get the apartment. And you can actually narrow down your search again using Apartment List or apartment.com. And this video is not sponsored by either of them. They're just good websites that help me find a cheap apartment. Number five is find cheaper prices by directly comparing the prices and amenities online. So again, on this website, you can actually compare the cheap prices, like put in your price range, then look at the apartments that you like, and then compare their prices. You can look at first in my list I had like 20 apartments, and then I wrote the prices by the side of each one, and then I also wrote the amenities. What do I mean by amenities? Like, prioritize your amenities. What are you looking for in an apartment? What do you need? If you're a family person, like you have a family, you might be looking for an apartment that has a playground space. That's your priority. If you're a single person that likes to swim all the time, you might be looking for an apartment that has a swimming pool. That's an amenity you actually want. If you're looking for apartments that have inbuilt laundries in it, not outside, not on-site laundries, but inbuilt laundries, those are actually amenities too. So on when you're looking for apartments, don't only look for the cheap ones, but also look for the ones that have these amenities. And again, you can always forgo these amenities because they are always alternatives. But then if these amenities are really important to you, then they should be on your list. So when you have the apartment names, you write the prices, and then you also write the amenities and which one is of importance to you. Number 7 is while you're working to find the apartment, make sure you have a clean background and make sure you have a credit score, and not just a credit score. Make sure you have a good credit score. So in Texas, I don't know about other states, but I believe it's going to be the same. But in Texas, it's compulsory that you have a clean background to get accepted into most apartments, at least all the apartments actually. So you needed a clean background and you needed a good credit score. Some of them actually also required rent history. I actually use somebody else's rent history. But then you need to make sure you have a good credit score and also have a clean background. Make sure you earn 3 times the payment. It's on the agreement. They're going to ask you how much you earn every month. And if you don't earn 3 times the payment, most apartments will not even let you get in. So make sure you earn 3 times the payment. So once you're searching for your price, make sure you actually multiply by divide it by 3. No, divide your pay by 3, and then if you're earning like $3,000 every month, that means you're going to know, okay, an apartment I can afford is going to be like 1,000 and below, or like 500 to 1,000. So then that's going to be in your budget. So make sure you earn 3 times the rent. Like I said, I was actually earning just 700 at that point, but then I had other side hustles, and so I was able to pay my bills that way. The next point is, remember you are paying other bills that are not included in the rent. This is very important because when you're getting a house, you're getting into, it's just sucking you into this, it's just like a vacuum that keeps taking your money. You're going to pay light bill. Most apartments do not include light bill in the rent. You're going to pay water bill. That is not part of the rent though, just so you know. You're going to pay amenity bill. So like in my apartment, I actually pay amenity bills of $45 every month for something I don't even know what it's for, but I pay it every month. It's amenity fee. I guess it's for the pool, which I've never used. Well, okay, so you have to pay amenity, water, lights, insurance. Most apartments require renters insurance. So make sure you have all these things together and then also add them to the rent, so that you're not cutting your pockets, because you might not know you need to pay all these things. So add them to the rent you want to add them to your budget too. The next point here is have 2 options until you sign the lease, because getting an apartment is actually funny, because you might go today and then the apartment you want is available, and then you come tomorrow and then somebody else have taken it. So make sure you have 2 options. Make sure you like 2 of your best options. After breaking down everything, you're definitely going to come down to like 1 or 2 options. Make sure that those 2, like you have 2 options till you actually sign the lease. This is because you might have a date in mind, and if one apartment messes up, the other one probably wouldn't. So have 2 options until you sign the lease. And then when you sign the lease, this might actually sound weird, but negotiate, price it. If they tell you the apartment is $800, ask them for a discount. They might be offering discounts you don't know of. Like when I got my apartment, I actually got a month free because I ask them for discount and negotiate the price. Okay, maybe you tell them, oh, my house is upstairs, it's going to be stressful for me, give me $50 off every month. They might actually do it. So negotiate your price and you'll be surprised how it's going to help you. Next point here is plan to get a roommate. I mentioned this in my previous video, and that's actually one reason why I can afford my rent, because I have a roommate. So this slashes everything by 2, or however you want to slash it, but it makes it cheaper. But the last point on this one is be patient. Getting an apartment is going to give you headache. Believe me, I spent months, about 3 months, looking for an apartment and touring different apartments. So you have to tour different apartments, and it just requires patience. Patience is a virtue you need to cultivate when you are looking for an apartment. So these are the few points I have. So this video is actually this point / a empty apartment tour. So the next clip that follows, it's one I shot about 7 months ago when I first moved in here, just to show you the apartment, how it was before I set it up, and just pardon my videoing skills. That was like, pardon my videography skills, I think. Pardon my videography skills, because I shot that video like 7 months ago. So that was the old me, just in case the video is trash. But then that's a tour of my apartment before I furnished it and decorated it. Okay guys, so I don't know why I never remember to shoot this video till night, but just bear with me. I don't have light in my living room for now. But then when you enter, that's the first thing you see, the living room. And there's a big old mirror here. Sorry, big old window. Which I love because it's gonna have perfect lighting for my videos and all that kind of cool stuff. My stuff is everywhere. It's going to take me like 6 months to arrange all of this. And then when you walk straight, it's my dining, which is most likely going to be my sewing area. I still haven't decided whether dining or living room. Then this way is my kitchen. I'm still shopping for stuff, so there's stuff everywhere. And then coming this way, here's the hallway or whatever it's called. Then the bathroom is to the left. It's pretty decent. And then it has this place here that's supposed to be for washer and dryer. But I'm going to try into the storage because this place doesn't have storage at all. And then to the right is the room. The one I actually like, but it's too small. So I'm going to take the master bedroom. So this is the second room. That's the closet. It's a half walk-in-ish. And all the rooms have fans. Then this is my own room. See? It's bigger than that one. And then right outside my window is a tree, which is blocking. Okay, you cannot see it. I'll probably show you another time. But it's a tree which is blocking my view. So like the lighting is not too good. But then I have a walk-in closet. A full walk-in closet. To put the 1 billion clothes I have. So I'm still in the process of arranging, but that's what my apartment looks like. It's small and I like it. So if you're still watching this video till this point, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't. My next video is actually going to be a room tour. So as you can see from the previous clip you just watched, my room was trash, but now it's a little bit less trash, and I'm going to do a room tour to show you guys what it looks like right now. And actually upgraded this room for like really cheap. I actually got most of the stuff from Dollar Tree. So anticipate my next video. And if you're watching this after I've posted the next video, go watch the next video because it's going to be in the box right here. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.